everyone. I want to address another issue, not an issue, but another topic. I'm currently downloading a YouTube video, so we can have this permanently on in my library on YouTube, so that we can always come back to these questions some of you always have. Okay. Okay. I brought up the question about how there's this Department of Immigration in Norway that deals with people that are coming here. There's all different types of reasons why people come here. There's people that come here to work for companies. There's people that come here for extended vacations, for studying, for many, many reasons. And you have to be approved, just like you have to do in the United States. So it's called something here, it's called something in the United States. And they have to prove you to be here if you're going to be here longer than a certain time period. Anyone in the United States can come to Norway, and legally you can be here for 3 months. Now, what does that mean? It's one of those things where if you're here longer, there isn't some little tag on you that goes off and starts ringing, or there isn't like a little ink packet on your shirt that explodes and then you have ink all over, meaning you've been here longer than 3 months. What it means is like you can live here, you can stay here longer and visit. No one's going to probably give you any problems. If you get into a traffic accident, or if if for some reason you stand out and they see that you've lived here you've been here longer than your 3 months, and you're not trying to do anything else to stay here longer, like I'm doing, and applying for certain residencies, then they might say that you have to go back to the U.S. I don't know exactly what would happen. They might not say anything at all, but just like any country, when you want to do things, when you want to buy a car, when you want to have insurance, when you want to have a bank account, you need certain pieces of information to do that, like a social security number in the United States. Well, Norway is just like the United States. You have to have social security numbers here too. They call it their own numbers, but it's the same type of thing. And there's different kinds of numbers. There's numbers that are easier to get, and there's numbers that are harder to get. To be honest with you, I think it's probably harder to get a social security number in the United States than it is to probably get numbers that you need to get here. But Norway has it set up where there's 2 different kinds of numbers. So one's a little bit easier. So it's actually kind of a smarter way of doing it. So it kind of allows you to come in and be here longer if you need to, and use this number, but you can't. But it's a limited number. It's just like a number for temporary post offices and things of that nature. So you can basically say you can come here to work. Kind of. It makes it nice for that. So what I'm attempting to get is a working residence permit. They just call it a residence permit. But when you're applying, there's several different options. There's a residence permit, a work permit, but there's a work permit where you're working for another business. There's a work permit where you're working for yourself. There's a work permit where you are, where you work for yourself under a business you've created and turned into a stock, which is the other option that I can possibly do if I can't get this other option that I'm trying. The difference with that option is then you need a chairperson, and someone else is then involved in the business. And for someone like me who's been working really hard making this artwork, I don't know exactly what the chairperson's job is, other than to kind of be part of it. Once you have someone else in your business, you kind of join forces over time. You start to, business evolves, and you two are together evolving with it. So there's at first it comes together, and then who knows exactly how it evolves. One person, but it's my mind on the tile art, so I created that. So to let anyone else be part of that is something that's it's not necessarily the easiest thing for me to do. But if that's what I have to do, then I'll do it. There's people that I would like to do that with. There's situations that would be more comfortable to be in than possibly others. I don't know exactly what would happen in that case, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. But you see, again, I stay positive and I keep working, and that's all you can do. So, but I want to tell you guys about it because it's on my mind and I have to work through it. And you just stay positive. It's like It's kind of like going to college again. You know, you got to keep working. You're going to get a grade. You don't know exactly what you're going to get, but you know if you work hard, you're going to get a good grade. So it's kind of like that. And, you know, so you can't sit here and think you can't do it. You got to think here you can do it. You just got to work hard. So every time I talk about it on Facebook, or now that I talked about it once, it's like it rattles you guys on Facebook. Or, you know, I don't know. I don't think it does. It doesn't rattle me. I've consistently kept working. Through everything I've been through in my life, I continually work and continually believe. So why anyone has any doubt in me is beyond my, what it is must be doubt in themselves, because they could never do it as I'm doing, is what it is. You just can't handle this. You can't figure out how I can continually go on and forge through everything, all the possible defeats that I could think of in my mind, but I keep going on. And that's what you have difficulty doing. So that's why I'm succeeding at this. But it's not easy. But I'm gotten really good at it. So anyways, just thought I'd kind of give you guys the idea of what's going on. So right now, I've sent this Department of Immigration that deals with all these different residencies and different types of things. I've sent them lots of information about me. Okay. Now they want some more information. They want people's opinions about me who I value, people who I think will make a difference in them making a decision for me to stay here. So it's something that I want to do a really good job in showing them. And then I want to continually tell them about my work and how I'm continuing to create this body of work for my gallery here in Norway. So I'm going to write another paper and describe it and all that. So that's what I'm doing, and that's kind of where I'm at. So in a week or two, I'm going to hand all this stuff back over to them, and then they'll make their decision, and we'll go from there. But in the end, it's all going to be, you know, everyone seems to have always told me that this is going to work out, and something will be positive, and it's going to be positive. But you know, I just want you guys to know what's going on a little bit, because you know, sometimes these questions and these conversations that you guys want to make in my page, they need to just kind of, you need to think about moving forward. And I need you guys to like my sport tile art and Odda page, and I just need a lot of support and positivity is what I need. That's where we're at now. I've been doing this a long time. We don't have any more questions or problems. We need support, positivity into what it is I'm doing here, because all my followers, you guys have invested in me through these years. So you need to continually support that and stop questioning that. The ones that seem to have these questions, we've proven ourselves. Now we're going to the next step. We're proving ourselves at a higher level. So we need to all just be thinking that way. It's going to be good, but we still got to keep our feet in the ground and work hard. That's just what we got to do. That's what I'm going to do, and you'll continue to see that.